Hello. I'm not going to do my usual intro and stuff because this isn't about gaming. This is about a funeral that I attended today. Now, if you don't remember, probably about a week ago, a little bit over a week, I released a video called R.I.P. Aaron, which is about my good friend Aaron Jeffers, who had sadly passed away. Today was his funeral, and it was it was a crazy day. It was like an emotional roller coaster. Like, it was up and down, up and down, up and down. But it ended on an up. So I'm gonna get into that anyway. So firstly, we went to the actual service, the ceremony, and it was in a really, really beautiful looking church, and inside was really big, really modern, and it was really cool. I haven't been in many churches, but I was thoroughly impressed with the church and the ceremony as a whole. I actually have the ceremony thing here, which I'm going to keep forever, and this was Aaron, and I'll show you some more pictures of him, which is in the center. And there's one thing you can see about all these pictures that he has, well, most of them anyway, that he has the Jeffers smile, as I would like to call it. And it was a smile that was so big it could infect anyone else to smile as well, and that was one of the great things about Aaron. But today was a crazy day. It really was. I've never been on such an emotional roller coaster in my life. There was obviously tributes and hymns and Bible readings and such things, but the tributes were really, really good. Like, it was just genuine people speaking genuine feelings, and not just this normal cliched stuff that you see at funerals. And it was really, 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 really awesome. And everyone who read the tributes and songs and such things, they really, really held it together, and they were really strong. And I was really, really impressed that they could get through what they had to say, because I don't think if it was me, I wouldn't be able to get through it. And there were some really touching moments, and my lip was quivering and my eyes were watering. I was tearing up and everything, and that was expected because Aaron was such an amazing guy. And it got to the eulogy, which was read by Joy Lescott, his mum. Hi, Joy. Hello. And I was expecting tears and upset, but Joy was really, really impressive, really, really strong woman, and just got through everything she needed to say and done it in a really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it was really, really strong, and it was really, really impressive to me, because if it was one of my children, if I had children, it would be an impossibility to get through the things that she had to get through. And there was lots of stories and memories and, you know, anecdotes about Aaron, and just little things that you kind of forget, like his Vaseline that he carried on him. Like, when that was mentioned I think it was in the eulogy, I was just in bits, because all I can remember now is every day working with Aaron, he just have this tub of Vaseline and he was putting it on and stuff, and it was just it was such a good moment. There was lots of good moments, and the thing for me was from his father, Steve Jeffers. Hello, Steve. He was incredible. He was so upbeat and positive, and got everyone out of their sadness and pulled everyone together as a big family, and we all celebrated Aaron's life instead of mourning his death. And I think that's what Aaron would have wanted, and it's definitely what his family wanted. And it was a really, really great, perfect send-off for such a great person like Aaron. And the thing that got me, though, and I just don't know how I didn't cry more, was the song that his father played in the church. And it was a song that Aaron had picked out for his father's funeral, whenever it may have happened. And then obviously Aaron passed away, and that song was played by his father for his son, and I was just completely gone. I was just face wet, just gone. But it was an incredible turnout as well. Like, I've seen weddings which have less people turn up for. From what I could estimate, I didn't really count everyone in the church. I would say there was at least 800 people there in the church, possibly close to 1,000. And those numbers didn't thin out. When we went to the graveside, there was about 400 to 500 people there around one little grave. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. And if I can get the video off my phone, I'll put it up in the top corner. and you can just have a scan of all the people that were there, well, all the people that I could capture. And it was a really touching moment around the graveyard to have all his brothers and friends shoveling the dirt, and it was amazing how strong everyone was. And I want to commend everyone in his family who was just so strong today, because it's how Aaron was, and I believe I don't have to say it, you all know it. It's how Aaron was, and it's how he was brought up and how it was instilled in all the family members. And I could see Aaron throughout his entire family, and it was incredible. It was what I needed. I needed this to happen to be able to accept what's happened. Like, from the moment I found out he passed away, I've struggled with it, really struggled with it. I made that video on the day that I found out, and I was really upset. And since then, I'm not even going to lie, I felt sorry for myself. I felt guilty. I've been angry. And I suppose they're just the stages of grief. But now I know that I need to be Aaron. I need to be happy. I need to be positive and do things in life that's right for me, and do them to the fullest of my ability, and look out for people and help people, and just have all this stuff that I have had in me my entire life, which I may have forgotten about. And it's been instilled into me by his family. So thank you, Joy, thank you, Steve, for such a great send-off. And the chats that I had with you personally, they really meant a lot to me, and I'm really happy that I got to meet you, Joy, face to face, because we've obviously only spoke on Facebook beforehand. And Jolene as well, I haven't seen you in years and years and years, and we had a little talk. I didn't get to talk to you as much as I'd like to, but I'm always here to talk to on Facebook. And Auntie Benice and Ray and all the other people that I met, it was just phenomenal. Because of the video that I made, all day I just had Quimmin staring at me, squinting, like, and I was like, have I got something on my face? And then they would come up to me and be like, are you the guy who made the video? And I'll be like, oh no. And I felt a bit embarrassed about it, because it was really strange to have people coming up to me and like caring about what I had to say, because it's not like I said anything that nobody else would have said. Like, everyone knew what I said about Aaron, so it was it was so surreal, and that's why it's been a emotional roller coaster. But I absolutely loved today. It was a great send off, and thank you, Joy, thank you, Steve, thank you all of the Jeffers family and Lescott family for everything you've done today, because it was perfect, and Aaron would have been proud, and I was proud, and I'm sure all you were proud as well. But yeah, towards the end of the day, I was trying to escape from the after refreshments party thing, and I said goodbye to Jolene, and I went to Joy and said goodbye, and then I went to Steve, and I was trying to escape because I knew what would happen, because Steve wanted me to make a speech in front of everyone, and I was like, I can't do this. I just can't do it. But you know, out of respect to Steve asking me, and in the memory of Aaron, and just, I was honoured to be asked to do it, because it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I can't even remember what I said in the actual speech that I said. I hope it was all good, nice things, and I hope I done well, because I can't remember it at all. It was just like a blur and a haze. But thank you, Steve, for asking me to be the first person to speak, and I'm honoured that you would look to me to make a speech about your son, who was a great person and will live on in everyone, especially me. I'm going to take all the attributes I can from his personality, I'm going to put them in my life, and I'm going to go as far as I can in the memory of him, and I will never ever forget him. And I know obviously his family won't either, but I think it's a lot easier for people who aren't his direct family to be able to move on and possibly forget someone, but that's not going to happen with me, I promise you. And I just want to thank you for having such a great son who influenced my life and changed my life. And thank you for today, and thank you for everything. I don't want to ramble on anymore, so thank you again. Great service, all that good stuff. That's me done. Peace out. Take care. See my Jeffer smile. This is my Jeffer smile.